probably cop all the school traffic. I think the school's open pretty early over here. So there's a couple of big schools just to my left. I used to get my banh mi's down here on the right. There was a really great seller. She was doing gangbusters because she was near the school. But she got shut down a couple of years ago. A little disappointed so far because I felt pretty crook yesterday, screaming-wise and coughing. And I decided to pull the plug on going to number 5 bar, which is a bit of a disappointment, seeing it's one of my major reasons of coming here. So, yeah, not happy about that. But look, I have to be sensible when it comes to the breathing stuff. If I'm coughing my lungs out at the bar, it's not going to go down well with the bar girls, I assure you. So look at the traffic. This is school traffic. Unbelievable. Here's some woman selling something on the corner. I think it might be to get it. Oh, she probably, yeah, she'll do cafe sodas. I'll get it on the back, way back if she's still around. Of course, that's the caveat. Is she going to be there? Probably will be because all the school kids are around. So. But yeah, very disappointing that I had to pull the plug on number 5, which is, like I say, it is the primary. Bloody drivers here are aggressive. I just want to walk up the road and be trying to... Trouble is the traffic's so thick with all the bloody parents taking the kids to school. It's just like the West. So there you go. Oh, that looks like a new place there. Imagine there's been some changes. It's been over 6 months since I've been here. More like 8 months, I think, probably. I think it was August last year. So it's been a while. And someone's actually walking with their kid. What's this car going to do? Going. That might have waited for me, then again, it might not have. Oh. It's a sunny day, you wouldn't know there was any pollution. It doesn't look polluted at all. But I'll go by what the monitors are saying, the pollution monitors. So, I don't have to go down the main road here, but this one's just as busy right at the moment because of the schools. It'll be quiet soon, hopefully. Maybe on the way back. Thinking about garbage cats today and maybe getting a banh mi opla, which is the egg version, and the hio as well, which is the ham, the sort of barbecue ham one, which is really nice. This place is always doing great business. Always busy on the mornings. One of these days you should try it. Not even, I think it's a soup that they're having, but very, very popular. I'm determined to try some new things this trip. I feel okay this morning. If I'm like this at Savo, I will go number 5. I want to go Wednesdays though, because they got the Filipino band on with the amazing saxophonist. So I'd like to see that, but yeah, unfortunately I missed out this time, but they should be playing again on Sunday and the following Wednesday, because I'll be heading off to Da Nang on Thursday. So, and hopefully Da Nang will be a bit cleaner than here, although it does have pollution there, which is quite extraordinary. You'd think near the beach it'd be pretty clean, but it's not. There is pollution there, so, and it's becoming a huge factor, especially for someone like me. But I've heard other bloggers say it too. They're now mentioning it as being a big negative, and if the Vietnamese government really want to get more visitors, they need to address it, although I think they're doing okay with tourists at the moment. which is surprising because they do make it hard. Getting the e-visas not easy. But I say the immigration officer I came across was really nice. He's a nice guy. He's actually human. He actually asked me if I was married, which is the weirdest question. But he gave me the full quota of time here. I could stay till late May if I wanted to, but I certainly won't be doing that. I also discovered that I have got cooking utensils in my place. Now I hope, is that it there? I think that's it there. And yeah, it's open, that's good. Well, nothing's changed here, which is good. The prices haven't changed either. It was 30 for the Heo and 25 for the Opal. I'm pretty sure that's the same price that I was paying. So that's good. Although the fruit juice has gone up by about a third at the supermarket. So that's probably why there's not so many supplies. People probably just can't afford to buy it. I mean, it's not horrendously expensive. It's probably about $4. Now, I suppose it isn't cheap, but look, I'm still prepared to pay for $4 for a litre by even, yeah, it probably is expensive even by our standards. We can get cheaper than that. It's just you get the home brands. What I was going to say is that yesterday I thought it was ridiculous how I've got a little apartment there with a kitchen, but I had no utensils. Well, as it turns out, they're all bundled in one cupboard, which the only cupboard I hadn't checked out yesterday, and all the gear does appear to be there. So if I get myself a water spinach, I'll be able to do that. Go and get the, yeah. So that's great. So apologies to the people who run, but the only issue I've got with it's got a crappy view, but apart from that, it's quite a nice place to stay. It's quiet too. So that's good. So yeah, I'm happy there. It's only small, but again, I don't need a lot of space. Oh, we'll see if it's any less busy going back. I think the school rush goes on for a while, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'm still going to have to play chicken with all the traffic. But yeah, I'm glad that place is still going. It's many times that I've gone back to a familiar place and it's not around anymore. What's this guy doing? Jesus. Oh, these tanks these people drive. Look at the size of this thing. It's ridiculous. Oh my God, they've got a bloody... I told you to be playing chicken, walking down here. It's insane. This has all been because of education of young people. See, we've got too much education. We've got to stop this. We need to be ignorant. Back to the good old days. But yeah, the prices and everything. The supermarket, they're going to charge me $700,000 for the stuff I bought yesterday. And the checkout chick sort of did a double take on it, because I thought it'd be less than 500. And she rescanned both of the juices and came up with a figure that was 300,000 dong less. So I'm glad she did that, because I got charged 400 rather than 700. Quite a substantial difference. But like I say, that's how things are over here. Next test is to see this woman who was round the corner. Oh, there's one of the cafe soda women. But the one that was near the school, hopefully she's still there. And we'll see what she charges. I might have been charged 20 because it was a large cafe soda. I'm not sure. We'll see. Might be some reason behind it like that. But you can see that Vietnamese take education seriously. There's absolutely no dispute about that. And back to the Maelstrom. Are they going to let me get through? No, of course not. Oh, come on. This is absolute insanity. And we've got the new road laws in. You wouldn't know it. I guess it would have been worse without them. Oh dear. Kids are lucky to get to the school, the classrooms intact. And I hope that woman's there. I'll be pissed off she's moved. But no guarantees over here, none. Oh, bloody hell. God, this is ridiculous. It's got worse. Maybe it's an 8 o'clock opening time. In which case, that woman should still be selling stuff. She'd be cutting her throat if she wasn't. Oh, we'll see. And what do you know? She's there. Beautiful. No problem. Well, I had a pretty good night at number 5 bar. I got quite a level of recognition I didn't expect. So a couple of the bar girls were knew me straight away, and they were very nice. So I think times are a bit lean there at the moment. So they're very happy to have a few locals to come back, and I guess I'm regarded as an expat. So they were very happy to have me be there, and it made for quite a pleasant night. I was talking to a fairly drunk American tourist who was next to me, and he had rather anti-Semitic type views that I sort of said to him, there's certain views I'm not happy with, like George Soros, but I'm not against all Jews. So he then said, oh, I'm only against Zionists. So he's sort of covering his ass, basically. But you get that type up here. You get quite colourful characters. Also, John from New York, he was there and shook hands with him but didn't have a conversation. And a couple of the bar girls were very nice. And it was a very pleasant night. So, I was quite happy with that. But I'm just wandering around the streets of District 7 after 7 o'clock. It's very quiet. God, it's quiet. But I'm just seeing if there's any street food I might like. Or I might go and pick up some grog. But I've had quite a bit already. But, you know, I might have some beer and chips. They go down fairly well. And if I go to Winmart, I'll be able to get that. But I am in the middle of nowhere here. It's down the arse end of District 7, that's for sure. But the grab bikes worked out well. So I might go down there tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. Well, I found the source of the smoked meat down there, but the guy doing the smoked meat seemed to show no interest in selling anything to customers. Maybe it's just for the restaurant, but that's pretty dumb. I mean, if you're going to do that out on the street, well, provide another source of income. I mean, come on. That's rather strange. Where I usually got my smoked meat, that place was dead. So, well, I had a pretty good night last night down at number 5 bar. Much better than I expected. Not a big crowd there on Thursday, but I sat next to an American guy who was pretty pissed because he'd been there since pretty well when it opened, about 2:30 in the afternoon. It opens at 2 now, and he reckons he was drinking there by himself for a couple of hours before anybody else turned up, because I think I got there just about 4:45, and there were a few people there. And there was John, the New York guy. He was back, and two of my all the girls there were quite familiar. You know, it was amazing. There hadn't been much of a staff turnover, which you usually do see, but not this time. They were pretty well the same crew that were serving up drinks last time, which is surprising to me. But yeah, they remembered me and they were all very welcoming, and it was actually a very good night. And I didn't get to speak to John. He was chatting to another American guys, mainly Americans there. There was an Aussie guy, a guy from Wollongong, sitting next to a local Saigonese, someone actually, an old guy who Vietnamese guy who actually lives in Saigon. He was drinking next to me. He had a chat with him. He spoke pretty good English, so it wasn't an issue. So yeah, it was a good night all round, and I bought a couple of lady drinks, and it ended up costing me maybe a fraction over $30. So gee, you can't complain, can you? Unlimited grog, being served by attractive ladies, and they provide you with nibbles and stuff too. You get peanuts. And I also brought some jerky along, beef jerky, and I always squeeze lime juice on that. And a few of the girls seemed to like it, but I think I ate most of it. But I was quite happy to. It wouldn't have worried me if I'd only had a couple of pieces. But yeah, I wouldn't eat it all the time, but it was nice for a change. But so it all went down pretty well. No problems with getting there and back, except for the fact that when I went for the upmarket grab. There's a tiered system where you just got you pay your basic amount, or you pay a little more, and it's only a few thousand dong extra, which is bugger all. And then what came up though on the screen was a password number. And apparently that's a number that goes to the actual driver, and you're supposed to get it off the driver's phone. But no one turned up, so I just went through the normal system and got a driver as per usual, and there was no issue anyway. So I won't be using that service again. I'll just stick to the basic bike. And yeah, I got into Saigon. There wasn't that much traffic. It was fairly light traffic yesterday compared to what I've seen in the past. So there weren't that many people in the bar, and there wasn't that much, the roads weren't quite as clogged as they usually are. So it might have been because I was in there a little earlier. If I'd left a half hour later, I might have really copped a lot more traffic. So that's another factor. Anyway, I'm going to go for my second far bar today. I wasn't as thrilled with it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't as the taste sensation I was hoping for last time. Maybe my anticipation was too great. I've got a couple of bags with me because I'm going to buy some water spinach at the supermarket on the way back, and some condiments to go with it, because I do have utensils at the kitchen. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, well, like I say, I'm glad I finally felt good enough to go down to number 5 bar, and my coughing fit didn't really cause any problems. It wasn't too bad. I just had one before actually. My breathing's been pretty okay. But then just out of the blue, after having a shower, I had this huge coughing fit. It's funny, you feel like you're out in the country here. This is actually down in District 7, and you got the bloody, you got your chickens and roosters crowing away. It's a weird situation over here. The air quality is quite good today too. It's only about 65 on the AQ scale, which is reasonable. So that's nice. I can actually and get out and about and walk, although it's still going to be top temperature 34, so it's going to be pretty warm. It's just I think Da Nang will be much easier to walk around in. I think it's slightly cooler than that. It gets to the high 20s, I think, so that should be a lot more pleasant, and with a sea breeze even better still. Yeah, it's a little later today, after 8 o'clock, and there's a couple of tables available, so it just shows you that the rush seems to be between about 7:37, yeah, 7:30 to 8, or maybe 7 to 8 is very busy and quite competitive to get hold of an outside table. But today got a choice of a couple, so not too bad.
Yeah, everybody has their own way of doing their far bow. I just shove all the bean shoots straight on, then put all the greens and the condiments and mix them all together. So yesterday I made a really stupid move. I actually had the chopsticks here. Where are they? Get them in frame. These chopsticks that supplied, I put them down the wrong way. I had them in the wrong direction, so I was actually eating it with the bits you're supposed to be holding on to. So what a goose.
Well, it looks like the Char Bow place is actually open now. Looked like it was closed yesterday. Very strange. Anyway, it's Tuesday. Just going to go down for Far Bar. And surrounded by a lot of noise. Bloody noisy, and I walked out of the supermarket yesterday up in there too. There's construction work though over there. It was one amazing noise, but it sounds like some sort of a music. Sounds almost Hare Krishna-ish. Anyway, I was a bit disappointed today because I was anticipating seeing the 8th test flight of Starship, and it was scrubbed, which is always a pain in the arse to the last 40 seconds of the countdown. So that was poor, because it's a very important flight to develop this new technology, and it may be happening tomorrow, but it may not. It might happen the day I'm going to Da Nang, which will be a pain in the arse. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know where this noise is. It's probably from there's a coffee shop on the corner. I think it might be coming from there. Oh no, they're walking down the street. I don't know what it's about. Like I say, it's probably something to do with Chinese New Year or something. Although that was a while back. Oh, I've got no idea. I'll be going a different direction. That's the main thing I'm concerned with. It's bloody loud. Alright. Well, you don't see that every day around here. Now, it should be a little quieter down this way.
Well, welcome to my review of my first accommodation on this particular trip at Nyan Ha Apartments number 2, right down the top end of District 7 where I've stayed before. So this is the main room. It's not a particularly large apartment, but it's quite comfortable. I'd say the most luxurious one that I've stayed at. Quite good furniture. The bed's quite comfortable. There's maid service. Cleaning ladies come in every single day, which is probably over the top, but it's okay. I guess it's better than being slack. This particular chair had new furnishings put in. The new cushions, whether they're leather or vinyl or whatever. They had fabric ones prior to this, so the girl came in and changed it while I was a couple of days ago. Aircon is fine. It's not. You don't need a particularly big unit in this sort of area. It's quite small. There's cupboard space just here, quite reasonable, as you can see. Plenty of drawers. There's actually this container for clothes washing. Now, in the past when I've stayed here, I've actually got clothes done for nicks. It's part of the deal, but this place actually charges for them, which was a surprise to me. And there's no indication of that in any literature or whatever. There's no information really here. That's actually not great communication, but the actual accommodation itself is very nice. So more cupboard space here. What I've done here is actually I've used my HDMI cable to hook it up from my laptop and watching TV. The only thing about this TV that pisses me off, it's a TCL TV, which I guess is a cheap Chinese brand. It just automatically turns off after an hour or two. So when I'm in the middle of something, it could just go blank. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So you've got 2 bedside tables, got a little bedside lamp over there, which is everything works. It's got it has a balcony, but this is the weird thing. You've got this notice here. Now, I don't know why you're not supposed to go outside. The only time the door's been open is when the cleaning lady comes to actually water this plant that's outside. It's only a small balcony, and there's not much of a view, as you can see. We've got these modesty curtains anyway, the scrim type curtains for privacy, so that's good. But I just opened it up today and got a bit more light in. It's quite an ornate sort of roofing there. The ceiling work is quite nice. It's a very, very comfortable place to be. Now, here's a little kitchenette area. You've got a decent sized fridge, 2-door fridge, so you've got a big freezer and the fridge. You've got more cupboard space here. You've got cupboards here. It took me a while to work out this is where the actual utensils were. This is all the utensils. It could do with more, I think, but at least they've got the basic essentials. I had to use this particular spoon to do my when I wanted to saute up my spinach, the water spinach. So that's not exactly ideal. I would have liked to have had a fry pan, but that's all there is. And there's more cupboards down there. There's a stack of cupboard space. Got a tidy there. Cupboard space there. Oh, that's a microwave. I didn't even realise. That's a strange place to put the microwave, right down there. But there it is. And the cooktop, I think it's one of those maybe inverter types, because you've got to put the pot on before it goes on. I'm used to that now. So, and you've got a little kettle there as well. More cupboards. Oh, there is some sort of a cooker. Maybe that's a rice cooker. I didn't even know that was there. There's nothing in here. You'd think you'd have a few utensils in these drawers, but nothing. So that's not great. But and you've got cupboards up here as well. I bought some sauce to saute the spinach, but I won't take that with me because it might spill in the luggage. I don't want to do that. So here's the shower area, shower toilet area. It's quite nice. I love the tiles. It's very well done. This is one thing to say about this place. I've been in a few places in Vietnam before, but the finishing's always crap. But not here. They've done a good job. It's actually really well done. It's actually quite nice. The shower's good. It has the usual problem where you've got to wait at least a couple of minutes before the actual water comes through the rain head, shower head, which is quite nice, but it's quite warm when it does come through. And you've got body wash and shampoo there on the shelf. And I'd just like to say, it's very nice tile work. It's got this sort of textured tiles here. They're quite nice. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely the most luxurious place I've been to. So that's all very good, very happy, very comfortable stay here. There's not much to sort of really say that's negative. I'd say it's very quiet too, so that's a real bonus. So it's been a very nice time here, and I'll hopefully my next accommodation will be up to this standard, because I'm quite impressed with this place. It's very good. I'm trying to get a cab to what's going on here? It's just been schmozzle trying to get a grab. Hold on, let me see what's happening. Yeah, I've had one cancel out on me. They're almost to where my address is. Now I've got another one that says they're on their way, and they're not moving at all. They're just not doing anything. This is bizarre. I've never had it this bad. I don't know why. It's a good fare too. It's to the airport, and I'm just getting nothing. This is just bizarre. I've never had this sort of trouble with Grab before, but it's just weird. Like, it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. I don't know what's going on. This is just ridiculous. What the hell is happening? Well, I'm at AB check-in for Vietnam Airlines. It's peasant class like I am. It's about 20 past 10. It's quite a really slow ride into the airport. I was freaking out. It was taking so long. I think I'll be okay, but I don't normally come up this fine for a midday flight, so I'm hoping it's all okay. There's quite a few people ahead of me, but I should be able to check in pretty quickly and get through security, and then get just to relax because I'm a bit stressed. It took twice as long as I expected. The cab ride from D7, and on top of that, I had a cancelled trip prior to that, and then the other guy took forever. So I added at least 15 minutes just waiting to get the cab initially, the grab. So yeah, it was pretty stressful. But finally at check-in, there's a few people behind me already. Hopefully I'll move quickly and I can get moving. Heading towards gate 8. There's been a 20-minute delay on the flight anyway, so there's no need to panic as time-wise. Security, as usual, there was an issue. I didn't take my laptop out, which I don't do in Australia anymore because they don't ask for it sometimes. It's really getting confusing. You just never know what's happening. Anyway. Airports, I can't stand them. This will be my fourth last airport trip, so it'd be good to have a nice long break from them. I'm not impressed. So, this is all the domestic gate area. And yeah, like I said, I had to put my big bag through again, which I hate having to do, but it seems every time I go through security, it's either the scan. There was no problem with the scan this time, I'll give them that, but it was the fact I didn't take the laptop out. So, and like I say, some places in Oz you don't have to do it, but in Brisbane you do, but not in Cairns, because they've all got different technology now, just to make the traveller totally confused. And of course I had to take my shoes off. I'm used to that over here. That's one of their quirks, removing your shoes. It's not an issue if you've got sandals on like I do, but I suppose if you didn't, you had something a bit more elaborate, it could be a pain in the backside. Anyway. Gate 8 to 12, we're getting close. Oh shit, where's my ticket? There it is. Oh God, always paranoid about losing stuff when I travel. Here we go. Right, this is gate 8 here. Not the most salubrious waiting area, but I guess at least there's some seats. But yeah, got plenty of time. I don't think we'll be boarding until just before 12. So I'll obviously do a run to the loo. How many? Are there toilets anywhere here? I'll just check see if there's any others. I did pass by some. Just see they've got to look after the essentials. But God, I was freaking out with that grab ride into the airport. It was so slow. And the grab driver, I'm not sure he wanted extra money from me because we went to the airport, because he sort of pointed to a screen. I couldn't see because I got bad eyesight. I couldn't see what he was pointing to, and he sort of didn't seem overly happy when he left. I gave him the money that was on grab screen, but you know, everything's so damn confusing. They have that weird system where you get your main check-in luggage. It goes on the conveyor, and you're supposed to watch it as it goes through the security screening just at the end of the check-in counter to make sure there's no issue with your particular item. Because there were a couple of guys actually at the counter there being checked out, and I thought maybe that's where they're just doing all the security checks. It didn't make sense when I think about it, and there's no way that they get through the volume of people there, but and there's people everywhere here, just chock-a-block full of people. So it's going to be nice being Da Nang will be nice and quiet compared to here. I've never seen so many red lights. I guess you notice them more when you know you're running a little late. I was hoping to get here around 10ish, but as it turned out,
I got here closer to 10:30, which is cutting a little fine. I mean, it's not so bad for a domestic flight, I guess, but you got an 11:40 check-in here. Well, for the actually boarding the plane, the boarding time. So, but that's 20 minutes later than what it would have been. But it would have been about 20 past. So it's still pretty tight, you know, almost half past. And then the original boarding probably was at 20 past 10, so it leaves you about 50 minutes. But it's good I don't have to hang around the airport too long. That's the plus side of all this. But I don't like having unnecessary stress. I always prefer to get there a bit earlier rather than later. So, yeah, there's this little gimbal thing. I tried to figure out why I can't do a pan on it anymore. That may be what was causing problems with my framing. Now it works more like a zoom. So, yeah, there, I'm zooming back out now. But it doesn't work as a pan at all. So I can't pan up and down, which is a bit annoying. But I might have to look at the controls again and go through it all. But yeah, the camera works okay, but it's got a couple of quirks to it. It's certainly good picture quality. But oh, the other thing too about District 7, you know, I was thinking, well, it'd be a lot cleaner the air there, but as it turned out, I think it was only a marginal change from District 1. It's pretty well the same level of smog there that there is in D1. So coming back to D1 will be good in a way. I can walk to number 5 bar. Don't have to worry about grab bikes. I'm getting a bit over them, especially a relatively long trip like from D7 to D1 is 25 minutes, dodging in and out of traffic and stuff. And you know, it was fun initially, but I think I'm a bit over it. I might use them a bit in Da Nang though, just to check the place out. And that's a fairly benign place to go on the road because much less traffic. I mean, it's busy along the Esplanade area, but it's not bad. No doubt it's busier than what it was 5 years ago when I was there last, so it'll be interesting to see how it's changed. Smog level there's not that great either. It's especially in the city near the airport. It's much higher than where I'm going to be staying. I'm about, what did I say, 250 metres or something from the actual ocean. So I'm going to be getting ocean breezes, and I'll get a much better view than I had in the last place. Even though the last place was very good, it had a pretty lousy view. And as I was leaving today, some guy was using an angle grinder or something to do some construction work on the place next door. So it was a good time to get out. That's why I left a little earlier, which maybe wasn't such a bad thing considering how horrendous the traffic was getting up here. So, and of course it took me quarter of an hour to get the grab because the first grab just cancelled inexplicably because I'm almost at my address, and then they cancelled. Why would you do that? Well, I guess it could have been an emergency, but. And the second guy, I was trying to track on screen, didn't seem to be moving, but he did turn up at my door, so maybe there's a glitch with their software, and the maps weren't exactly as they should have been.